Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I forgot to mention one thing on the previous video, which is Chainlink, and I'm basically saying, look, Theta is doing what Chainlink is doing. I mean, look at this monster move Chainlink is doing right here. So we could see this is a Wyckoff accumulation. We have our sideways base, and we exploded to the upside. So you could see here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we go into our spring. Right? The spring, and look what happens. The price breaks below support. Here's support, 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 support. What does price do? It breaks below support. Everybody goes, okay, we're going short. Liquidity pours in, and then what happens? The whales buy it, and then the price shoots up. This is what's called a spring. Whales can't just buy wherever they want, right? If you have $10 million, you can't just buy it. You have to wait for liquidity. And the only way that happens is a break above resistance or a break below support. So I think this is exactly what's happening with Theta. Obviously, Theta looks different, but it's still the same type of concept, right? So for example, so here is both charts side by side, right? So here's Chainlink down here, Theta up here. So what we can see, right, is something similar in its Wyckoff accumulation, where you have this break below, right? We break below. We actually did it twice in there. And now what's happening is with Chainlink, we came all the way up to resistance. So what we can actually see with Theta is we can, using this example, we could come all the way up to the resistance, right? All the way up to here, just like Chainlink did. And then what happened to Chainlink after it did that? It pulled all the way back down, right? So we had this 1, 2, and then we went to the moon, right? Well, not to the moon, but we broke out. We broke out in a big way with Chainlink, and that's what I'm expecting as well with Theta. Chainlink just led the way. Chainlink is telling the story. So what we can see here is, right, this move 1, 2, 3. Same thing here. We're going to go up to the resistance. We're going to pull back down about 50%, and then we're going to go to the upside. So that's what it looks like right there. So if I zoom in here, this is what we can expect with Theta. So for example, we have our Wyckoff accumulation. Put a different color here. 1, 2, 3. Into the spring. We break the liquidity. We impulse to the upside. We get up to the resistance. We pull back down about 50%. Maybe back to this high around 8 in the 80 cent, I would say mid 80 cent range. And then we go to the moon. So that is the primary idea. Now, the pullback doesn't have to do what Chainlink did, right? So Chainlink obviously came here and pulled back. What we could do with Theta is Theta can actually come up here, up to the resistance, break it, and then sort of chop around a little bit before heading higher. So we could get some type of bull flag in this situation, right? But regardless of what happens, I am looking for the price to break above this resistance area, which I believe was like around $1.25, $1.30 area, right? So, yeah, and then going back to Chainlink, right? So Chainlink, same thing. It came up to its resistance up here. It came right up, pulled back 50%, and then we just shot up. We shot up big time, right? And then we actually made it to this area here, which then looking back at Theta would bring us all the way up here, above $3, above $3, I would say between $3 and $4. So back up into this area. So I don't know about you, but I'm actually very bullish. So let's see if we you know, this is just adding to that scenario. Remember, you gotta watch the first video first. I know it's long, but you gotta watch it first to understand what I'm saying here. You know, basically was saying this is the shoulder, this is the head, and then this could be the right shoulder. In which case, that would totally line up with chain link, right? That would line up with chain link and the way its Wyckoff accumulation pattern started blasting off. So, yeah, we really want to see it get back up to that area. Now, in the immediate short term, we can see price, you know, sort of twaddling around in here. Maybe we get a little pullback, maybe we pause out, and then we come back up here. It could take another couple weeks to get back up here, right? It could take another couple weeks, or even maybe till next year. We don't really know. But the point is, we're going in the right direction, and we are mimicking that of the Bitcoin fractal that I shared. Right? You have, okay, so this is the Theta fractal, right? And from a time perspective, look, we're ready to blast off. Look at that. We are ready to blast off. So for example, we came up here. So here was the resistance in this fractal. We came up here, and instead of pulling down like chain link, the fractal from earlier days in Theta, we just waddled around up here and we extended to the upside. So that's one way you can look at it. Like I said, the other way is coming down here. Same thing what Chainlink did. Then we go to the upside. Another fractal, also very important, is we have a break of the downward resistance line. We want to see the weekly candle have another massive close above that line, which is very, very good sign, very bullish. Here was another example of two areas, right? Same type of thing. Do we pull back now, go up, or do we get to the resistance, pull back, right? So either way, we're bullish. And here was the inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We're coming up to the resistance. We're pulling back down, completing that right shoulder. This is Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel is in a classic Wyckoff accumulation pattern into that spring phase. We broke below the spring, and now we are accelerating to the upside. So this is very bullish for Theta Fuel. Just another example of what could happen with Theta token. Okay, this is the fractal I wanted to show you. So this is Bitcoin, right? So we're comparing Bitcoin to Theta, and I've showed this in the other video. So basically, you know, Bitcoin, it got all the way up to the resistance. It broke above it, and then it came down and sort of played around. It back tested it a little bit. Same thing here. If we can see that with Theta, we could see $1.40 before pulling back down to that $1.25 area, playing around in there a little bit, and then accelerating to the upside. So there you go. That's a little recap for you. Just wanted to fill you in on the chain link fractal that I forgot to mention. It's a very good example of what's happening here. So chain link is a lot more orderly, right? I mean, obviously it's very erratic, but at the same time, we are doing the same thing, which is Wyckoff accumulation, which is exactly what we want to see. So let's see Theta get back up to here. So real quick, number one, we come to up here, pull back, go. Number two, we break out, we play around, go. Number four, bearish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go. So those are your three options. Obviously, those are three options. You got two bullish ones and one bearish one, and sort of, you know, we could still play around in here a little bit. Maybe we pull back now and then go higher and then continue. So more bullish options than bearish ones, but at the end of the day, it looks like this is a beautiful rounded bottom, a beautiful Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and we're at the bottom of the range. We still want to get back to the top and break out of here. So let's go. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you can, please leave a like, a comment, and I will see you on the next one.